It's a question once whispered in barracks, now shouted in the street.
Not one more! Not one more!
Does Ireland's military have a problem with misogynistic abuse of women? This is Natasha O'Brien from Limerick. She was attacked by this soldier, 22-year-old Private Cathal Crotty, after she asked him to stop using homophobic slurs to a passer-by. He hurled punches at her, breaking her nose and later boasting to friends on Snapchat, 2 to put her down, 2 to put her out. He pleaded guilty, but Natasha was shocked when his 3-year sentence was fully suspended, the judge saying he had no doubt a jail term would end his army career.
Coming out alone, hopeless, just utterly devoid of any, just feeling completely let down and abandoned.
The army has started disciplinary action against Private Crotty, but he remains a serving soldier while outside legal proceedings continue.
We have to hold the Defence Forces accountable because they're utterly negligent in their safeguarding of the public. It's a slow process. I mean, I'm not the first to speak up about issues and I won't be the last, but I hope I make it easier for the next.
Retired Captain Diane Byrne says she was hounded from the army by chauvinistic abuse. She formed a campaign group and knows of hundreds of women who experienced physical violence in the Defence Forces, including rape.
I think there's a tolerance for whether it's inappropriate behaviour or violence in the Defence Forces because they cover it up, what has happened to people. I think a lot of the difficulty is many of the women still out there are not coming forward and explaining what they have experienced because they just don't trust in who they can go to.
The Irish military knows it has a problem. Its chief of staff declined to give us an interview, but in a statement noted the unacceptable presence of personnel with serious convictions, including gender-based violence within the Defence Forces. Such individuals have no place in our ranks. We owe it to the bravery of individuals like Natasha O'Brien to ensure that no one within the Defence Forces can avoid the consequences of their actions. But other veterans feel the Defence Forces are being unfairly scapegoated, blamed for society's wider problems.
The problem is not Defence Force culture. The problem is the very, very small number of people who are not aligned to the Defence Force culture. They think that the values and standards don't apply to them. So I don't think there's a cover-up in any shape or form. I think the opposite.
A judge-led tribunal into the Irish military's problems opened just last week. It could last for years. Natasha says she will continue to campaign. The leniency of her attacker's sentence is now being appealed by Irish prosecutors. Stephen Murphy, Sky News in Dublin.